Hey everybody, welcome to the second and last part of this Sonos Connect amp repair. In part one, you can see what I had to do to get this thing apart and to find that it had a pair of bad switching Mosfets on the primary side and then also a pair of shorted Schottky diodes on the secondary side. Now I have gone and replaced them. I didn't record that because I'm sure you know what soldering looks like. But they're down here. This was the Mosfets, and then on this side was the diodes on either side of that heatsink there. Then I put everything partially back together and just tried it to make sure there weren't any shorts, and there weren't. So then I reassembled the back, got the speaker terminals back in, they're ready to go, and I got the screws in behind here. Now I just have the sticker taped down at the moment because I was trying to train it back to be flat. I am going to glue that. The sticker's going to be a little chewy, but I talked to the customer and they're okay with that. Otherwise, we'd have to figure out a way to get a sticker, and I don't think Sonos is going to sell me one. Now, I did make sure that all the power stuff was working properly. We had the right voltages coming through. And so then I put the bottom back together. You can see, feet are back on. And I actually have no spare screws as of this point, so I'm doing really well. Now, what I want to do here is I want to show you guys that everything is working properly. So I have my test ballast set up, my little light bulb here. So if there's any short circuits in here, this light bulb's going to glow bright. But if it's working properly, it should come on briefly and then dim down. Just like that. And then you'll see on the front of the amp, the status light's flashing red. It means it's looking for a network. I need to grab a network cable. I plug this in to the LAN port. That should go white in a moment, saying that it has been activated. Let's see. Let's back up a little bit. And there we go. So now it knows it's activated, and it's actually not flickering to me. It's probably out of sync with the camera, would be my guess. But let's just do a couple checks for voltage. So first, let's check the outputs. There should be no DC. 0, good. 0, also good. Now let's check on the inside. Let's check a couple. Let's go to this regulator over here. 15.5, 12, and 10. And that is I'm imagining that's a 12 volt regulator going by the capacitor. There we go. Yeah, so that's working pretty good. Let's see if we have any, I think over here on this wireless card. Yep, 3.2. So we're in good shape here. Now I do not have the rest of a Sonos system to actually get it making sound. But I'm going to look into that and see if I can actually get it connected to my network and get some music playing through it. But I'm pretty sure everything's fine. What I may even do is just take it out to the customer's house and test it there to make sure everything's okay. I don't think that'll be a problem. And I really don't expect any issues because it was pretty obvious that these guys were the problem. All of the capacitors around them checked out okay. All the other semiconductors checked out okay. Even the amp chips, I checked those. Those seem fine. So I did add a little bit of adhesive across those antenna pins to hold those back down, and a little bit on that screw so it doesn't loosen up, just like they had before I took it apart. So the next thing I'm going to do is finish closing it up. Turn that power off. Let's unplug my network cable. And let's get this thing out of the way. And let's get the top back on. Now to put the top back on, we're going to make sure that screw hole lines up with that screw. Just like that. And we'll get our screws. And let's see. The one with the washer goes here. And then and last but not least, there we go. So that'll take care of all the ones on the top. We can get ready to snap this thing back down. What a pain getting this out. But I'll tell you, if you ever need to take one apart, you want to try and get your screwdriver or spudger in about 40 millimeters to the middle. That seems to hold true for all corners. Yeah, so about 40 millimeters in. Let's see what that looks like. I don't want to scratch anything, so I'm not going to touch it, but yeah, about 40, 44. If you're measuring from the outside of the Sonos, about 45 millimeters. You know, so here, you know, so you can get in and pop those guys loose. So let's, doesn't matter which way it goes. Let's see, we have an opening here and here, a wide opening. So this is the front. Yep. There we go, and that top's back on. Not bad. And now, let's do its first full current power on. Get the power strip ready. Get our LAN wire plugged in. After I know this works, I'm going to glue the sticker back down. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. No smoke. Good. We have a flashing light that should go solid shortly. I believe it got hit by a power surge. I'll make sure the customer gets those back, because they are his. And once that goes solid green, if I hit plus and mute, it should put it in pair mode. But I don't have the rest of the Sonos stuff. Unless I can get it to connect to my, you know, maybe I can set up an account and try it, but we'll see. So if I do that, it puts it in pairing mode. So, oh, and I can see it on the network too. If I look through the computer, I can see this listed on the network. So I know it's talking to the network. So really, that's it. That's all there is to it. If you have any questions about fixing your own Sonos amp, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. As always, thank you for watching.